一二三，一二三，一二三，外交部，外交部。
123。123，123。 三，一二三。
Friends from the media, good afternoon. Welcome to today's press conference. Now I'll take your questions.
谢谢发言人。总台央视记者提问：今年的4月27号。
The 11th Review Conference of the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty will take place from April 27th to May 22nd. Will China submit national report, and what's China's expectations on this conference? On April 17th, Chinese government has submitted the national report on the 11th NPT Review Conference. This is China's latest voluntary measures for transparency, with an aim to enhancing mutual trust and building a good atmosphere for the review conference. The report has reassumed China's nuclear policy featured by high responsibility, consistency, and transparency. China is committed to a nuclear strategy that focuses on self-defense and follows a policy of no first use of nuclear weapons. China always keeps its nuclear strength at the minimum level required by national security and will never participate in a nuclear arms race. All the commitments above have injected stability and certainty to the world. China stands firm on safeguarding the authority and effectiveness of the NPT. The report emphasizes that all parties shall reaffirm the commitment to the principles of maintaining global strategic stability and undiminished security for all, and take a step-by-step approach in advancing nuclear disarmament. The report calls for the conclusion of a treaty on mutual no first use of nuclear weapons and discussing nuclear transparency and the reduction of nuclear risks on a voluntary basis to earnestly prevent nuclear wars. The report also stresses that regional nuclear issues should be addressed peacefully by political and diplomatic means, and developing countries' rights of peaceful use of nuclear energy should be protected. China is highly concerned over the challenges NPT faces. The report believes that the review conference should urge the U.S. to fulfill its special and primary responsibility for nuclear disarmament, respond to the attack on nuclear facilities of non-nuclear weapon parties to the treaty, do not build nuclear alliances based on nuclear sharing arrangements, take measures to hold back countries like Japan's pursuit of nuclear possession, and properly settle the nuclear proliferation risks brought by the cooperation on submarines among the US, UK, and Australia. China will participate in the NPT Review Conference in a constructive way and work with all parties jointly safeguard the authority and effectiveness of international nuclear non-proliferation system and promote the world peace and global strategic stability. Next one, please.
中央卫视记者提问：日本3.6万人。
36,000 people in Japan gathered around National Diet Building, strongly protesting the attempts to amend the constitution of the government of Sanya Takaichi with the slogans like "No wars, no sabotaging the Article 9 of Constitution," and was China's comment.
We also noted that Japan's push for constitutional revision has been widely questioned and rejected in Japan itself, as well as its Asian neighbors and the wider world. Japanese militarists have not only committed atrocities to the people in China and other countries in Asia, but also brought profound sufferings to the Japanese people. Japan's constitutional revision concerns the post-war international order and where Japan is going. It has been closely watched by the international community and its Asian neighbors. However, so far, the Japanese side has failed to thoroughly reflect on its history of aggression. Some forces in the country even attempted to gloss over and whitewash the crimes, and push for accelerated remilitarization of Japan, which led to rapid and dangerous spread of new militarism in the country and threatened regional peace and stability. The international community is on high alert against this. Preventing the resurrection of militarism is Japan's due obligation and the strong will of the international community, including China. We urge the Japanese side to learn lessons from history, fulfill its international obligations, and stick to the path of peaceful development. Next one, please.
Thank you, spokesperson. Question for Reuters.
路透社，美国拦截了一项中国驶往伊朗的油轮。伊朗也说 他将不会参与第2轮磋商。随着明天美伊停火协议到期，请问中方对其拦截的轮船有何评价？
关于你提到的第一，
As for the first question, the Strait of Hormuz is complex and sensitive. On U.S. Taking the ship by force, we express our concerns. We hope relevant parties can fulfill their obligations and abide by the ceasefire treaty to prevent escalation and provide necessary conditions for renormalization of the strait. As for the second question, the current regional situation is at a critical stage of whether conflict could end. Now that the window for peace has been opened, favorable conditions need to be created to end the war at an early date. China supports relevant sides to maintain the momentum of ceasefire and negotiation, act on the spirit of President Xi Jinping's 4-point proposition, continue to promote de-escalation, and play a constructive role for bringing lasting peace and stability to the Middle East. Next question, please.
Thank you. CHTV journalist ask.
伊朗近期以及向一项印度的飞机开火，请问中国对这场中国对此有何评论，以及中国将采取哪些措施来保障自身的航运和能源利益？
就海峡问，
I've just responded China's position regarding the strait. The Strait of Hormuz is an important international trade route for goods and energy. Keeping the area safe, stable, and ensuring unimpeded passage serves the common interest of the international community. China believes that realizing a comprehensive and lasting ceasefire is the way out, and we will work with all sides and devote our due efforts. Next one, please.
Good afternoon. Question for
法新社数千名美菲军队开始了年度的军演。这军演会包含超过1万的美军，日军也将会参与其中。这个军演发生在恰逢中非之间的紧张局势以及中日之间的紧张局势，请问中方对此次军演有何评论？
单边主义和
Unilateralism and military bullying has already its most external forces to create division and confrontation. Military and security cooperation among countries should not erode the mutual understanding and trust between regional countries, undermine regional peace and stability, target any third party, or harm the interests of any third party. Let me remind relevant country, blindly bundling together with others on security will only cause harm to itself. Next question, please.
from BGI.
你已经表达了对美国向中国船只开火的担忧，但是我有个问题，伊朗的护卫队也向一个同样驶向这条航线的伊朗船只开火了。那么，根据 BBC 报道，伊朗将会保持对霍尔木兹的控制，不会放弃。请问中方对这条很重要的国际运输航道如何看待？不仅是，尤其是对于伊朗向印度船只开火，请问中方如何评论？
已经回答了相。
I've already answered relevant questions. The Strait of Hormuz is an important international trade route. Keeping the area safe, stable, and unimpeded passage serves the common interests of the international community. We hope relevant parties will observe the ceasefire treaty, prevent escalation of the tension, and create necessary conditions to restore the passing of the routes. Next one, please.
谢谢中亚卫视再次提问。19
On 19th, the 2026 humanoid robot half marathon was held, and many foreigners, journalists are attending, and many of them are really surprised and speak highly of it. What's your comment?
在座的很多媒体和
Many friends of the media have reported this event on site. This race attracted extensive attention from both at home and abroad. We noted that compared with last year, robots participating this year showed significant technological progress and embody China's development in science-tech innovation and new quality productive forces. In the field of AI, we are committed to open and inclusive development of AI for good and for all, advance international cooperation, enable common development, and deliver benefit to people from all countries with the outcomes of science-tech innovation. Next one, please. Any more questions?
Thank you, spokesperson. I earlier had a question.
有关肩并肩军演的问题，我想要在基础上提个问题。上周，日本的驱逐舰过航台湾海峡，也将参加这场军演。我想知道，中国是否有更多的评论，考虑到日方在军演方面的动向。
关于日本自卫队舰艇过。
As for the strait passing the Taiwan Strait, China has expressed its solemn position. We would like to stress that during the World War II, Japan has launched aggression to Asian countries, including the Philippines. It carries a serious historical responsibility. Japan should reflect on its war of aggression and act cautiously in military and security instead of flexing its muscle in the South China Sea and disrupting regional stability. Next one, please.
如果没有其他问题。
If there's no more question, that will conclude today's press conference. Thank you.